Podcast Beyond.
Beyond!
Welcome.
Welcome to...
You've got mail.
Oh, nice. This is episode 49 of Podcast Beyond. I am your host, Chris Roper, editor-in-chief of the IGN PlayStation team.
Yes, you are.
The whole crew is up in this piece. Everybody say hi.
Hi!
Yeah, boy!
I was going to say that. You ruined everything.
Beyond.
Suck it, you've been beyond!
Damn it.
What month is this?
June.
It is June.
We're almost E3 time. Yeah. Let's, I've lost track of everything. Let's
do a great start.
We're off to a great start. Let's just get
We're all
right in.
here.
Let's just get right into the Roper report.
Time for some
Stereo action.
You guys were like in stereo there.
Yeah. All right.
good.
So some pretty interesting things this week in the news. First off, a little bit of disappointing figures for Sony. In that the PlayStation 3 has lost the company $3.3 billion with a B dollars since its inception. The main culprit for this is that they're selling the system for less than it cost to make. I'm assuming a hell of a lot less than it cost to make.
Do they call it
lost
their competitive
$3.3 billion.
price strategy?
Competitive pricing. That is very true.
However, hasn't that gap closed recently when their production costs went down? I thought they were losing less money now on their system.
It would always close. It's always going to get cheaper. So it's sometimes RAM goes up and down, but
Obviously, Skynet hasn't taken over yet with the cell, so
yeah,
they're going to lose a lot of money.
But yeah, so Sony's going to say it might take them a little bit longer this generation to make back some money, which actually would bring up an interesting topic that is Sony going to try to create the end-all, be-all, do-everything platform next time around? Because they're losing so much money this time. I mean, the PS3 is awesome because it does all these things, but maybe they'll scale it back a tad next time.
Maybe this is the end-all, be-all of consoles.
Maybe that's what it is. Going on, let's see. There's new Echochrome levels coming.
Yes.
Metal Gear Solid 4 has shipped a total of 3 million units worldwide. We don't have sales figures for the U.S. yet, but we do know that in the first week in Japan, it sold close to 500,000 units, which immediately after 1 week made it the highest-selling PlayStation 3 game of all time. It eclipsed Hot Shots over there, or Everybody Loves Golf, or whatever it's called. Let's see, there's rumors going around that about how the trophy system is going to work in the 2.4 update, which sound very similar to what I hoped that it would have been on the last week's podcast with the
that was so good
multiple levels of bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So we'll see how accurate those are.
We guessed right again.
Yes, and then the last bit of news, which we're going to come back to in our. What are you doing there, Ryan?
I think my levels are a little
Back in the corner.
My bad.
The last bit of news that we're gonna come back to in a topic of the week.
Topic of the week
is I'm gonna turn Greg down here. Jesus.
Just adjust on the fly. We'll fill in for you. We'll just do a little.
Sony today in Japan announced that coming this summer to the U.S. and then a little bit afterwards in Europe and Japan, Sony is finally rolling out the video download service.
Video download service.
So.
Movies!
From the look of this is you can, according to some slides that were up on the thing, is you can both rent and purchase movies, according to the one example slide. And, of course, these prices likely aren't set in stone whatsoever. But it looked like to rent Ghost Rider in HD would cost you $5.99, and to purchase it in SD would be $12.99. Which the purchase price seems pretty good because the DVD is going to cost you $20 in the store. But it's a crappy movie.
Yeah, but SD standard.
It's still Ghost
How
Rider.
much is it going to cost me to
And
buy
I
the
love
high
Ghost
def?
Rider.
That's what we want to know.
Not the movie though, right?
No, the character.
Yes, exactly.
The high def one could be questionable though because how big would the file be?
Well, still though.
That's the thing. So
Exactly.
Right now the prices seem too high for my taste.
Yeah.
But I'll save this for topic of the week.
Topic of the week?
We'll see. We'll come back to that in a second. That's all for the news. Yeah, that's let's find out what came out in stores this week. Greg,
I knew there was something I
list.
forgot to do.
Oh, what the? Greg?
No, it's the official IGN. We can figure this out. Don't worry.
Yeah.
The official IGN list of upcoming PlayStation software on all 3 platforms by the IGN editors.
What's coming out? We don't even know.
I can just go online right now.
Let's try to guess. I did really well that last time, and we all review games for a living. I'm sure we would be reviewing it.
I do.
So PlayStation 3 is getting Hellboy, Science of Evil.
Yes.
PSP is getting Hellboy, Science of Evil. I'm jumping back and forth.
Okay.
Wall-E on PS2, right? Is there
And
a
PS3
There's a
and
PS3?
PSP.
There's one for everyone.
Overlord raising hell.
Overlord on PS3.
Yeah. Guitar Hero Aerosmith comes out on Sunday.
Really?
Didn't,
Well, that's next week. So
wait, didn't technically
I know, but
it's
podcasts.
before- yeah,
Podcasts.
That's
Didn't
right.
technically Naruto come out this week? Because we were.
Yeah,
we
you reviewed it
reviewed
last week.
Yeah.
So PSP
Yep.
got Naruto Ultimate Ninja Heroes 2.
In theory,
Oh,
The Phantom Fortress.
in theory, this week is supposed to provide PS3 gamers with the bliss. We don't know because we haven't played it. Of Hail to the Chimp,
Ooh.
but that keeps getting moved back, so we don't know.
Yeah, have you been able to find that? You're supposed to review that.
I'm supposed to review the game. I can't find it, and the
Yeah,
PR
I'll do the
folk that I'm
jump.
talking to
It's the
about it have no
jump.
idea what's
I'll
happening.
say
So
Strange.
we'll see when that one comes out. Yeah. So
Strange happening.
Wally comes out on Friday, the movie, right?
Yes, I
Movie
believe
this
so.
weekend?
But
Awesome.
it came out on Tuesday.
Movie?
But the games came out on Tuesday.
What movie?
Yeah.
Wally.
Oh, Wally. Yes.
yeah.
That we're
let me-
talking about. How they were getting Hell to the Chimp and Space Chimps confused.
No.
I see.
Yes.
Let me consult this
You're a
one last
professional,
list
so you
here
would
to see
do
if we
that.
missed anything. Let's see. View all now shipping. Looks like we covered most stuff. I think.
The little computer can't handle it.
Naruto, Wally, Hellboy. We got those. That's not our system.
Booyah.
And yeah.
And Halo 4 on the PS3 exclusively.
Shut it.
Yeah, no, that didn't happen. Man, Wally is out on every single platform ever made.
Including the 2600.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Wow.
So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's some very cross-pollination development right
Well,
there.
you know, it's Wall-E, E.T. It's the same.
Gotcha.
They
Yeah.
both want to go home.
Yeah. And well, Battlefield actually would be this week, right? Did we say that?
Yes, it is.
Was it this
Yeah,
week?
Bad Company.
Battlefield Bad Company is this week. Top Spin.
Bad
Top Spin
Man,
three
it's
is
a
this
big week.
Yeah.
I can't deny.
And yeah, we're missing a lot of games. Should put together a list for the show, I guess.
Greg.
And
Hey, I don't know about you. All right, Hellboy was released this week. They would not send me copies ahead of time. I'm trying to get that review up in a timely fashion. Means I'm ignoring my email. I'm ignoring all computer stuff.
I see.
Ignores me.
Ryan's running the show.
Yeah.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's a disaster
So that
waiting to
explains
happen.
it.
So
I leave for 2 days, and this is what happens.
so I gotta say,
I'm games editorial manager.
so pick of the week.
Pick of the
I-
week.
I think according to this list, I think it's got to be Battlefield.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Have you
I
played a lot
haven't
of it?
played it, but
I've played just a little tiny bit, but it seems good. Nate liked it a
sounded
lot.
good.
Yeah, Nate likes
Sounds amazing.
Nate likes
Blow things
Vaseline
up.
on toast.
Yes, he does.
Well, it is Nate.
On Melba toast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's
That boy
the
ain't right.
that's the list of crap coming out. Do we have a list of the PSN stuff?
No, we don't. Blogneck is still
Dead.
AWOL.
Still dead?
In
Okay.
the ground.
Yeah.
Very good. I know that we were supposed to get today the World of Warcraft song.
Yes,
On the
I Am
PlayStation
Murloc
Network.
is supposed to be
Wow.
one thing. The Echochrome levels are supposed to be coming out as well, and I believe there's supposed to be a Hotshots demo. Hotshots PS3 demo.
Also,
nice.
it is SingStar week, and they've been updating their Sing Store on Friday. So look for new songs on Friday, or it's
But-
today. Maybe they get back on track.
Yeah.
Or on track.
So yeah, so there you go. There's a bunch
quick,
of stuff you can
quick
go play.
Blogneck that we're
That's stuff you can
intuiting.
bunch of stuff you can go play. Topic of the week, as I mentioned, we're going to talk about the movie downloads on the PlayStation Network, which, as I mentioned, are coming out in the summer. Technically, could be summer of 2010 to coincide with
I
the
did
release
not.
of Home.
That was not happy when they. Well, you can get to it. Go ahead.
Anyway, but no,
Greg's already
coming
angry.
out this summer, and you'll be able to rent and purchase movies. And on the screenshots, it looks like it's broken into a bunch of different categories, so you can view stuff that's
Anime. They said anime.
anime is on
Action.
there,
Ooh.
action, things like that. You
Very
can also
intriguing.
search apparently by stuff that's only in HD if you're a video file and don't want to watch SD crap. So that seems all pretty good. Now the question though is what movies are going to be on there. Obviously Sony Pictures movies.
Yeah.
Which is it's something that Microsoft can't have on live. That's a pretty big deal because Sony has a lot of cool movies. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know any of the numbers that Xbox Live gets as far as movie downloads go. So I don't know how amazing this is for the system.
Here's my thing. That I'm more excited that they said in the the overarching thing is movies and TV.
Yeah.
However, the TV they said they're like looking at 2010, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because when I don't mind like right now on Xbox Live when me and Katie will miss Lost or whatever, we'll shell out the points to download the HD episode of Lost and watch it the day before. Especially
Yep.
since we don't get HD cable, it's better just to watch it there. But like a movie, we have Netflix, so I'm always gonna want to go to Netflix since I'm already paying a flat fee to them anyway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with 2010, we're talking about the PS4 will probably be announced.
Exactly. I mean, we're
And then
looking.
so-
That's a way down the
Yeah.
road.
So now you're entering something in like the last year or two of like the of the PS3's main life cycle before people upgrade to the PS4 probably. So
And why is it that far behind?
Yeah.
Why can we get movies? Why can Xbox already have both movies and TV up, and it's taking Sony so long to get one or the other up?
Yeah, that really doesn't make any sense. I also think it's taken way too long for them to just get movies there.
Yeah.
I mean, this should have been from like
A while
day
ago.
one, if not like within the first year.
100% I agree.
Yeah, I mean,
Although I think the thing that's really confusing to me is the whole thing of either renting HD or buying SD, and not necessarily having anything that's going to make it worth your while to do that. I mean, were the SD a little bit cheaper because it is an SD version, like I think that'd be one thing. But I mean, if I've got a PS3 and I've got a TV that's going to take advantage of it,
You have both?
What?
You have both?
I do have both. I don't want SD. I want HD. That's the reason why I have it hooked up to that system or to that setup. So,
Yeah.
like to actually charge $12 bucks or $13 when I could Netflix a DVD or a Blu-ray or something else, or even go to a Blockbuster or something and pay probably a little bit cheaper for the same thing just to rent. It seems a little skewed.
It just comes down to being on demand. That's the only thing they have on anybody else.
well, but here's the thing though, is that the SD stuff won't take nearly as long to download. So if you're on
Right.
kind of a crappy connection, and you're like, I can't wait 2 days to download an HD movie, I'll just watch it in SD because I'm not a purist or whatever. Then that might be good enough for some people.
Yeah.
And
True.
So I think it works pretty well on the Xbox Live side, because if I'm like, well, I don't really want to watch this movie, or it's just I'm semi interested in it, and it's a comedy or something, so there's not gonna be crazy visuals, I might be like, well, I'll save myself $1 or $2 and get the SD one.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But-
I think the concept by itself is a good one, but I think that, just price-wise, I think it's kind of pricing itself out because of stuff like being able to get the DVD, because right now, as far as we know, it's only the movie. So even if you want to get the DVD, you're losing features if that happens to be something you're interested in. If you're looking at trying to do like the HD experience, it's something you're losing out on. I think the other part is they haven't actually said how long the rental period is, as far as I
Yeah.
remember. So even if you pay like your $6 for the HD rental, you're sitting there going, well, how long do I have this for?
Yeah, it's like
24
24
hours?
hours again.
Like 72? Like what exactly?
Well,
am I
that'll be
doing this
cleared
for?
up when it gets
Yeah,
closer
yeah.
to release. I'm sure
Right.
they're figuring all that kind of stuff out.
I was talking to Katie last night. We were fooling around with our Netflix.
This would be
account.
your wife.
Yeah, people know Katie by
Yeah.
now. Come on, Podcast Beyond, get on it.
saying.
It's 49.
There are
I have a
multiple
dog named Portillo.
There's a lot of Katies in the world. I'm just saying.
I was talking to my Katie, and she was looking at Netflix, and she was looking at some box they have now that's like a receiver that you can put down and plug in your TV or whatever. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that because there's been talk, before of Xbox or PlayStation, both these people looking into getting the technologies to have that as a thing in their systems already. And Netflix even says it like this is like their currently best feature, and then there was a little tab that said our future, and you clicked on future, and they talk about that they're working on trying to get into game consoles.
Yeah.
So even there, I want that more than I want this right now.
Well, it makes me wonder if this is actually going to replace the rumored Netflix deal.
That would
Because
suck. That was a dumb move.
Remember how everybody was saying, like,
Dummies.
Netflix will be coming to PS3? Like, that's going to be the one way that they'll, like, counter Xbox Live by having Netflix available with PS3.
Yeah.
It
Get
makes
on
me
it,
wonder,
Sony.
like, is this going to be in addition to, or will it be, like, in replacement of, which doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Now, here's one thing that can work in Sony's favor is you remember when the PS3 launched, the first 500,000 units all came with Talladega Nights in the box on Blu-ray, which was like a good month or whatever before it was actually available in stores.
Right.
So if Sony works out that kind of, relationship with Sony Pictures, and you can rent
good
or
idea,
buy
good idea.
movies even like just a week or two before it hits stores, then you're like, well, I can't go to Blockbuster right now, but I can pay $5 or $6 and rent it right on my PS3.
Right, which is
So-
what they were saying about Hancock, right? It was like, people are going to be able to check that out before it actually hits Blu-ray or DVD.
I didn't hear that.
That's something that I think I saw with that, is that
All right.
you'll be able to actually catch that on the service before it
Well, there
actually
you
hits
go.
the stores. So that actually does make a lot of sense, and that would be something that would drive it. But part of it's really going to depend on the deals that they have with other studios to help drive that kind of content, where it's like, don't wait till next Tuesday, get it here exclusively on this system.
The other thing is going to be a question mark is, how well, if it works, are you going to be able to start playing the movie before it downloads? Things like that. I know from the presentation they said that they have the same, have the little trailer movie for games where you can, see what the game's about before you download it. They're going to have that same sort of, little preview window for it, so you can watch the movie trailer before you pay for the movie. So that's pretty cool. But I want to be able to like pay for the movie, wait a minute or two for it to kind of kick in, and then start watching it right away.
Right.
Just give me enough time to make popcorn, and I'm set. So,
You need more than a minute 30 to make popcorn.
No, I need about 2:30 on my microwave. Times vary from microwave to microwave.
Yeah, but like, getting up, walking over there, getting a bowl,
I'm very
getting
fast.
a soda. Okay. You're
extremely
speaking.
fast.
You've complicated the mission right there.
Mhm.
You go there, you put the popcorn in, then you do all that crap because then
exactly.
you don't do
so you
that
already have the
beforehand.
bowl
Then you're
set.
adding it to your popping time.
I see.
There you go.
Yes.
That's where you lose it, Clements.
You keep the salt and pepper right there.
It's
on,
always after the popcorn. No.
You keep the salt and pepper on your coffee table, so you're ready to
go.
reload. Or actually, you don't really need pepper on popcorn.
Reload.
But,
Well, maybe you want
That sounds
spicy,
good. That
spicy
does sound
popcorn.
yeah, we'll try that.
Or spicy or kettle corn.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, kettle corn.
I don't like kettle corn.
Ugh.
I love
Not
kettle
a big
Out.
fan.
You-
Come on. No, it's a split. You got even split right down the line here.
Kettle corn's the business.
No,
It is the.
You know what?
It
Though?
is the shiznit.
You know what though? I haven't ever had the like microwave and kind of crap brand kettle corn. I
Yeah.
had some real like made.
When they make it at the fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was super good. But I don't
Farmers
know about
market close to my house always every Tuesday.
Yeah, but
Best thing ever.
That's why you're late on Tuesdays.
Well,
anyway.
Get my kettle corn.
exactly.
Out of the way.
So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on this movie thing. I think. I mean, you know, I've wanted to see movies on here for a long time, but now it's gotten to the point where I don't really care too much. I think it can be kind of cool, but it's almost like, dude, there's all these other things that are missing that are more important than movies. Like, is Home even going to be totally out by the time the movies hit?
We'll have trophies.
Yeah, we'll have trophies.
Maybe. I guess
That's
we don't
so
even know that
weird.
for sure.
But
Yeah.
also even with this whole system, like, assuming that Home does wind up coming out, does that mean that you can take you can technically take your avatar into a theater and watch whatever you purchased and have like a screening for your friends? Like, will you be able to do something with like the virtual world? I mean, there are so many freaking questions that are related to this that obviously we've just gotten like the first glimpse of it, but there's a ton of stuff that just seems really up in the air with the entire idea.
Yes. Well, okay. Let's bye. That's the end of that one. I
Good
say
talk,
move
Ryan.
on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Nice chiming in there.
Good
I
talk.
contributed in a lot on the popcorn issue. It's very important.
Ryan, let me ask you this.
Why
Here's
do you
a-
hate movies?
Yeah.
here's
I like
a, here's
Why
a
do
good
you not
question.
watch movies?
If
I don't
Sony's
watch a lot of
service
movies,
goes
that's
up
true.
and has every single movie that's ever existed, Ryan, what would be the first movie that you watched?
What would be the first movie?
Yes.
That's a good question. I mean, can I think about that, or do I have to
You
answer
have
right
5
now?
seconds.
Right now.
You have to tell me right now.
4, 3, 2.
Forrest Gump, I guess.
Interesting.
Never actually
Greg,
saw
I
it
have
all
an
the way
idea
through.
what your pick is.
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
There you go.
I wouldn't actually
Jeff,
watch
what's
Forrest
yours?
Gump the first.
Executioners of Shaolin.
Roper?
That's a hard one because I already own a lot of the movies.
See, that's the problem. I don't.
I'd say Fight Club, but I own Fight Club.
Yeah. See, I don't know if
So-
I'd want
but
to
I
download
don't have it in
movies.
HD.
Oh, there you go.
So maybe if it was in HD, I get it.
There you go.
Anyway, all right, let's move on. Huh, what?
Casablanca. I never actually watched that. Always
What?
wanted to. Yeah, it's a classic.
You've never seen
No,
Casablanca?
always wanted to.
Man,
Jesus, I'm gonna have to bring my DVD in.
that mean you're gonna get a whole lot of hate mail over not
Ryan
watching
does
that.
not
Speaking
watch
of hate
movies,
mail, it's time for
Hey,
reader mail.
I'm not
Reader
saying.
mail!
Say Bill? Mailman?
Male,
Ryan just got
female.
beyond.
I was just saying that it's not
You
like
got
I
you got
dislike
beyond
the
by the
movie.
reader
Mail
mail.
part
No, we're
bonus.
past that part.
Yeah.
Now we're into reader
Whatever.
mail.
You've already been
Whatever.
beyond.
I be on reader mail on a
Emailed.
daily basis. I control
Oh.
reader mail.
I-
I can delete
Don't-
anything, and you would never know. I can just instantly delete.
He's going off on a power trip.
I'll
What
just
do you-
have
just
someone
let-
else do it, and then you'll be out of the show.
Okay.
Kick you
Oh,
out.
Yo.
no.
Good. I got better things to do anyway.
I believe
Are
that
you
means
now
you're
saying you have
fired.
better things to do than inform our readers new things?
No.
You're saying
You're
you don't care
fired.
about our readers.
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, I would hope you're not saying
my,
that because
my sarcastic attitude was clearly a joke.
I see.
Yes.
No, I think you were just too good of an actor. And I couldn't pick up on your sarcasm.
Okay.
That's a
I have
compliment.
been told I'm a brilliant actor.
That I think might be my first compliment to you ever during the show.
Wow.
Yep.
There you go.
Mark the time.
Yeah.
you go in and delete it afterwards.
Delete 18 minutes and 34 seconds.
Delete.
All right. So our first piece of reader mail comes from
Read a milk?
Brandon 357. Says, any impressions of the new Silent Hill as of yet?
Yeah, it looks good. It plays relatively well. It seems rather screwed up in every single sense of that phrase.
Not
You mean in a
not
good way,
yeah,
like
not-
story-wise?
Look,
Backwards talking
like,
babies.
It is good. It seems like it does justice to the Silent Hill mythology.
Better than Alone in the Dark.
Anything
Oh,
is
no.
better than Alone in the Dark.
Napa Firesun says,
Napa.
that's a timely name. Says, any news on whether or not White Knight Chronicles will make it out over here this year or
No.
in Japan for that matter?
No.
Yeah, I'm going to say no on that one. And I'm going to say, though, that it will hit Japan probably a long time before the
Japan.
U.S. So, I mean, it's not going to hit the U.S.
We haven't even really heard anything about that for a while, have
It's
we?
been forever.
Not since TGS.
Yeah.
My guess is, yeah, TGS this year you'll hear more about it, and they might, maybe they'll tell you something about it. But
Yeah, even when we interviewed them, they didn't really have an answer.
yeah,
We just get the names of the characters this year.
there you go. One's name is Bill. Scoop. Black Mantle says, He says, some of us PS3 owners are lucky enough to have picked up our PS3s at a time when backwards compatibility was widely available.
Yay.
However, he's saying that PS2 games, some classics, are hard to find. And sometimes if you go to eBay, there are ridiculous auction prices for some of these things. Wouldn't it be better if Sony were to allow PlayStation 2 downloads via the PlayStation Store? I think everybody says yes. But then he goes on and says, do you know if Sony intends to implement this functionality in the future at some point, going beyond merely PlayStation ports? So, no, we don't really know yes or no that Sony's going to do PS2 downloads.
Any of it?
Yes, I do know that.
Do you?
Yes, it was actually in the State of the PSP article.
Oh, snap.
John
well, but that whole thing doesn't
John
apply
Cole
to
says
anything.
Not currently right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the plans. Not in the plans.
Anything that he says is negative, I'll take as fact. Anything that he says is positive, I'll say maybe.
It's possible spin.
So, yeah, I'm going to... Okay.
Come on, GPS will be out in 9 months.
That's 18. GPS will be built into PS4 before it comes out to PS3.
Exactly.
Before it comes out for PS3.
That'd be so awesome if
Or
it was built
PSP.
into PS4. It never moves from your living room, but it's there just so you know where you
It
are.
tells you where you
Little
are.
legs come out and it just follows
You
you into your
are
car
home.
and attaches onto your windshield.
Yeah.
It's a Mark II.
But,
Great. It's Minority Report.
yeah.
Yep.
No, I think everybody would love to see PS2 downloads on the PlayStation Store, especially games like Eco or something, that some of those games that are hard to find.
But they're not
And
even
PS1
putting
classics.
PS1 games still,
the problem.
so they're not going to add PS2 games anytime
That's
soon.
the problem.
Well, when they're putting more emphasis on UMDs that you can still get in stores rather than actual classics or things people
Yeah.
want,
Yeah.
there's a
it's
skewed
pretty
perspective.
bizarre.
But then you also have, I think if there's PS2 games on the store, there's also a little bit of confusion amongst people who don't really follow stuff all the time about, why isn't this brand new game, not that there's many brand new PS2 games coming out, but why isn't this brand new game on the store?
Why isn't Kung Fu Panda on here?
Yeah, and so, people might be confused, but hey, I'm going to go download this game, and then it's not up there, so there might be some, market confusion about that.
That's fine,
So-
but that can easily be gotten around by just going like PS1 Classic, PSP Classic, or PSP Greatest Hit, and then PS2 Classic/Greatest Hit. Boom, that's it. Automatically thrown in that category. You're done.
Yeah.
And if they can't read that, they're idiots.
Yeah.
Word.
Brandon 357 again says, what's a game coming out in 2008 that isn't getting a lot of hype, but you were excited about and looking forward to?
In 2008, he said?
2008.
That's this year.
That is
That is this year.
Oh,
And we've already established that
knock
we're
my
in June.
headphones off.
So that's the next 6 months. I don't know.
I think everything I'm excited for is getting hyped.
Yeah,
I guess Lego Batman, maybe. It's getting
Yeah.
hyped,
See-
but I mean, you don't see as usually it's just like we've announced a new character.
See, I'd say
Yeah.
Dead Space only because
Ooh,
like
Left
that's
4 Dead.
slowly starting to climb
Left 4
in.
Dead,
Left 4
actually.
Dead.
Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's where I'm going.
Actually, I gotta agree with that one. Left 4 Dead looks pretty rad.
But
And it's a nice
That's
little
only,
placeholder
360 PC,
before Dead
right?
Rising 2.
Yeah, get on that, somebody.
No, it's 360 also.
That's why I said
Yeah.
360 and PC, but not PS3.
I thought you said only.
Yeah, it's not a
PC.
PS3.
But like
Yeah.
I said, I'd say Dead Space just because it's slowly starting to get hype now. And that's only because of what people have slowly started seeing recently.
Have they slowly started seeing it?
Yes. They have.
Uh,
Brian.
Brandon has submitted another one.
Hey,
It's
Brandon.
3 for him this week. Says, what are the team's thoughts on the new PS3 ad campaign? And what's up with the PS3 logo showing up every time after a multi-platform game such as Battlefield Bad Company? That's a welcome surprise to me. I say it's about damn time because
You
I mean the
should catch
PS
that way.
Yeah, I mean the PS3 was out for a good year plus, and you're still seeing 360 logos at the end of every single ad for third-party games, and you're
Yeah.
like, well, does the PS3 even exist? Thank God Sony is finally starting to turn it up, put some advertising out
Turn it
there.
up.
I just saw
Get
a
some
new
logos.
I saw a new ad, but what's the campaign he's referring to? Is it the one where it just shows Metal Gear, Little Big Planet, and Gran Turismo together?
Yeah,
I
but
would assume.
how many people actually
I don't watch TV, so I don't know.
Yeah.
actually get the Henry V reference that's being played behind it? I mean, like
What happened on
I
this
don't
thing?
think I've seen this.
it's pretty much it's Little Big Planet, it's GT5 Prologue, and it's Metal Gear.
Okay.
But dialogue wise, it's like Henry V. It's basically the Into
Somebody's
the Breach,
talking
Dear
over
Friends, once more, like We Band of Brothers, like that whole section from Henry V. And it's like I watched it and I'm sitting there going like I dig it, but I don't really think there's that many people that are really going to get the reference.
I don't
or
think you have
understand
to
it.
because it just sounds like it's a very rousing speech.
It
of
is
the
a rousing
games
speech.
joining
That's
together.
part of the entire section of the play, but it's still like it feels a little disjointed.
Yeah.
David
That's
Joel
Shakespeare.
says, just tell me everything you can about the SOCOM event you attended on Tuesday.
Ooh.
Not yet.
I wish I could.
Jeff
I
takes
can't.
a deep breath.
Yeah. But I can say this. having fired about 18 guns or so, not only do I have more respect for our fighting forces and our military than I ever did before, and I already had a huge amount of respect coming from a military family, but I also kind of now know how Solid Snake operates because I fired a lot of the guns that were in MGS4.
Did you shoot the solar gun?
No,
Sunlight.
you know, it wouldn't have surprised me because the
Sunlight.
desert was 110, and that wasn't even in the shade,
Ooh.
so it was pretty warm.
But to answer David's question about the actual SOCOM content, you'll be able to find that tomorrow morning.
Yes.
Ooh, Friday.
Yeah, in case you're listening to this
Yes.
on Wednesday, it was last week. Yeah.
Or a year
Hey, Rope,
from now.
aren't we doing something super secret tomorrow morning that we can't talk about, but it's going to be amazing?
Well, thanks for telling us.
We are doing something
You know about it. Or no, you don't.
Yeah,
You've
I
been,
know.
oh, you okay.
Of course I know.
Well, you've
Okay.
been gone for a while. I don't know.
Hey,
We'll
I got eyes and ears, man.
We'll just say this. Greg and I are going to go see something tomorrow morning, and we are allowed to write about it
Monday morning, right?
Monday morning.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock Eastern time,
Ah,
which is
jeez.
5 a.m. here.
Not it.
Which, yeah, I mean, I'm writing this stupid thing, and I don't. We'll see what time
figure
it
it
goes
out.
up, but it'll be probably by the time everybody actually wakes up, then you'll see it.
Ryan's trying to take a
Give or
super
take.
cool
Yeah,
secret invite I just got too.
I even
I
have
can't tell you what it's
a
about.
possible follow-up on that, which I'll tell you about a little bit later.
Very good.
It's
Agent Trav writes in with a very interesting statement that he admits, and it's not a question.
Is it about Jeff?
No.
Okay.
He says, "I'd rather eat my own feces from a trash can made of feces than play the new Guitar Hero World Tour game."
Oh, really?
I don't know why it's such hatred. If you don't
Because-
play Guitar Hero World Tour, you won't be able to download my death metal renditions of very classic songs.
Me and Craig Harris already formed a band.
Did you?
Crab Tree Connection.
Gee, that's
Crab
awesome.
Tree Connection.
I'm gonna form my own death metal band. Just put up a bunch of crazy songs. So look for that one.
Okay.
I don't know my
I'm gonna
name.
come
Is it going to be like
but I'll tell-
Buckethead, but better?
It'll be like no. Well, you can't get better than Buckethead.
I
but
know.
I can only try to stand up to his level.
This is
And also Buckethead's not death metal.
Unlike
I'm going full on death metal with this one.
nice.
on Sundays, Craig Harris and I are going to come over and use your system.
Okay. Sean9986 says, with Activision showing off Guitar Hero World Tour, speaking of World Tour,
Eat it, Agent Trav.
how do you
Feces
think
and
EA and
feces.
Harmonix will respond? Do you expect a Rock Band 2 with all new instruments on them, or just continue with what they have?
Sitar Hero.
How do you expect people to
Sitar.
respond to the fact that there are essentially two Rock Band games with two separate instrument sets? Do you think many people are going to go over and pick up both of them and blah, blah, blah? I think EA and Harmonix specifically, since they're making the game, can't really do a ton to respond at this point.
It's too late, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're already like way in development.
Unless they already have something we don't know.
Yeah, exactly. So there could be stuff in here that we just don't know about and they haven't talked about yet. But I mean, they can't just go, "Oh snap, we need to add, I don't know, something."
They just, I just read
Touch-sensitive.
they're doing this.
Cowbell.
And we need to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they can't really change a whole lot now. Cause
Needs
it's,
more
you know,
cowbell.
I think what is I think that the music creation stuff from World Tour sounds awesome. I'm completely psyched for that.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that so you had Guitar Hero 1 and 2, and then 3 was just kind of meh with Neversoft trying to kind of get their stuff getting ready since that was their they did do that in 1 year basically. But then Rock Band said, okay, it's not just a guitar anymore. Now it's all 4 instruments. And then now it goes back to Guitar Hero where they say, well, guess what? Now you can create music. So then now next year, Harmonix is going to come back and do something else.
They're going to package a roadie with every game.
Yeah, which
They'll
is really
put a
cool.
video
So,
camera in there.
so what we're seeing over the past couple of years in these games, though, are huge leaps in what you'll be able to do. Went to full band. Now you can actually make songs, and next year, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe built-in groupies
Underwater drum solo.
Dude, that's what I'm
Built-in
talking
groupies.
about. Or the Tommy Lee rotating drum kit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
If that thing ships to Rock Band 3, that'd be awesome. Black Mantle wrote in again. Says, with Sony losing billions of dollars per year pertaining to the PS3's high cost and lack of sales figures because of the cost, presumably lack of overall system. So I don't know what that I was saying. Anyway, I think the Sony will once again drop the price of the console in 2008. And what do you think Sony needs to do to recoup from these losses? I think to recoup, Sony needs to sell more games. If they sell more systems, they're going to keep losing money, right? You can sell more systems at the end and make back some cash. But right now, the idea is you sell a system and then you get a bunch of games and you make your money from the games.
Yeah.
So Sony needs to get a bunch of games to be sold for it. The ad campaign they're running, and having the PlayStation logo at the end of after games, that helps a little bit. Basically, Sony just needs to push on it and say, hey, buy our game for the PS3 rather than for the 360 or whatever and get more software sales out of it. That's
and
where
get some
money's coming
system
from.
sellers.
and get some system sellers.
Really
so.
key exclusives
Yeah,
that are
so-
always going to be exclusive.
Hopefully the games coming out this year, they push it in a way that not only sells it to people that already own the PS3, but to people that don't have it.
Yeah.
So you say, hey, you need to go buy the PS3 so that you can play and pick up MotorStorm and Resistance and all these other games. So, yeah, we'll see. Woolly Ninja, which is a fantastic name, by the way, says, we've been hearing about PSN games like Elephant coming soon for a long time. Have you guys had a chance to see anything exciting for the PSN that is coming out in the next couple of months? This is a tricky one to answer. I think Wipeout should be coming out pretty soon, and that one looks pretty rad. But beyond that, the thing with the PlayStation Network titles is Sony will say, hey, we think this is going to come out around this time, but nothing's ever set in stone.
Yeah.
That's also true for the Xbox Live, by the way. Nobody ever really says when something's coming out, and you just kind of wait and see, and then right before it comes out, they're like, guess what? It's coming out next week. I tell you one thing is these games work on a different schedule than retail releases, so there's not as much of a, hey, we need to set the date 6 months out because we have this campaign to, advertising campaign tied in with all this kind of stuff, which is usually what that's about. And in the PSN case, it's sort of like, well, when the game is ready to go, we're going to put it up. So they just kind of, as soon as it's done, basically, it goes up on the store, and so that you can't always predict that, and they don't have this hard deadline that they absolutely have to hit because it doesn't tie it into advertising in a way that some of the bigger games are. So
it's also hard as hell to cover it because you can know about something, but you have no clue when in the hell it's going to come out. And
yeah, and the other thing too is if you see Wipeout and they're like, well, it's going to be out in the next month or two, we hope. Then you write about it and you're like, well, we think this is almost done, but we don't know. And then it comes out a year later and you're like, okay.
Yeah, we've done however many pieces on Bionic Commando Rearmed.
Yeah, exactly. So
Calling All Cars was the same way. They kept getting pushed
Calling
back.
All Cars.
Yeah. Calling Out Cars, though, was at least good to the point where it only got moved back a little bit.
Yeah.
It's still a rough time area. But a lot of times you have no idea when something's coming out. So, American Ninja 1 says... a
lot of ninjas.
Says, what are your thoughts on...
Ninja.
What are your thoughts on Sony's recent meeting where they announced the video download service for PSP and Life with PlayStation? We sort of went over this. But they did mention some stuff about the PSP in there, like how they need to get the store coming to the PSP.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was all obvious. Like, they have to get the store on the PSP.
They need to read our piece on the state of the PSP.
Yeah. And then the last bit of email that we got is from Peril, I guess it's Peril, says, many, many months ago, the PlayStation blog claimed that the PlayStation Network cards were on the way to retail stores. But to this day, nobody knows nothing about them. What is going on?
Double negative, look out.
I talked to Sony this morning, and they say they're on their way to retail stores for this summer. So this summer, look for them at various retail stores.
Will this summer knock out the movies because they're getting the PSN cards?
I hear you're going to buy it, and you'll take it off the shelf, and then Home will be right behind it. Pour through this wall.
Aren't you not supposed to look at the man behind the curtain?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's like open the Ark of Covenant.
In other words, they're probably never coming out. But they say they're coming out in summer.
Oh, God. They were canceled.
Yeah,
Keep your eyes shut.
An easy way for people to buy products from your system is canceled, essentially, which is part of the problem. Man, I mean, you know how many games and stuff like 15-year-old kids would be purchasing if their moms could go out and get them these cards for their birthday and stuff?
Yeah.
Like, they're losing so much money because of it, I think.
Probably.
It seems like a pretty easy thing to do, too.
Yeah, it's a number on a card. We've actually had them.
It's
Sony
simple. Yeah.
Sony sent out cards
Christmas.
to editorial, last holiday season. They sent out just some cards, say, hey, these are coming out soon, expect them this week or whatever. And they're like, here's one so you can see how it works.
Yeah.
But then they never hit stores. And
They
I'm
sent
like,
them all out to us. That was the problem.
Well, that was the thing. Is I think didn't
They're
we even
waiting
do
for
a
them to
news
be
story
returned.
on hey, we've got these, so it must be coming soon.
And they made that big deal about it.
Yeah, they made
they're
a big
shipping
deal.
to retailers as we speak. Trucks of them are rolling out.
apparently the trucks take like 9 months to get to the store.
Apparently, Santa's elves diverted that one to his vacation spot.
Some archaeologist in the Congo finds like a stone tablet with some truck driver scratched in, carrying PSN cards, fell through wormhole, fighting dinosaurs.
All I could live on were PSN cards.
I ate
old
them.
I got tired of PSN soup.
So that brings us to the end of
PSN
reader mail.
Reader mail.
Is over.
Cool.
Let's call it a PSN hit for the week.
PSN hit.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, I was thinking about this. I couldn't really. I feel like I can't trump the last
I
few
got
that
one.
Oh,
I got one.
Nice.
Trumped.
Greg's wearing his Mizzou Antler shirt right
Yep.
now. I say we call it Antler.
Good job.
Antler?
I'm guessing there's somebody on the PlayStation called Antler.
Antler. All right.
Or yeah, boy.
No, we're not doing
No.
yeah, boy. There's way too many spellings for that one. It's too complicated.
Oh, that's true.
So we're gonna call it Antler. So figure out what games Antler's playing. Go to the store and buy them, and then go kill him on that game. Even if he's playing SingStar,
Yeah,
somehow
go to
kill
the
him.
store.
Somehow
Now-
get
now
into a
if-
single player campaign.
If you do kill him, you do have to say Mizzou Ra as
you
you
go.
shoot him,
And then Beyond.
and then beyond. Yeah.
Build?
Yeah. Anyway, so there's our PSN
Beyond.
hit. PSN hit for the week is Antler.
Hit Antler.
Yes. Ryan, do you have any tournament winners?
Yeah, our loyal board readers played some Metal Gear Online over the weekend. And on the 21st, we had the victor of, I think it's Il Paisa, or Paisa.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
makes me want some pizza.
I
Oh
went,
man.
I'm starving. Good God.
what is like? Isn't there like a proper and traditional Italian word for pizza?
I think it's just pizza.
I thought it was like piazza or something like that.
That's
That's
the
Mike
catcher.
Piazza.
Yeah.
What's that?
Mike Piazza.
Epic
plays
fail.
baseball.
He played baseball.
really?
He retired.
Oh God.
Oh, well.
All right. Do we have anything else for the show? I don't know if you have any of these other
Fail.
segments because every time I mention them, you're like, well, we don't have that this week. So if you
And
have
we're not-
something, Ryan, go ahead.
As far as I know, we're not doing around the room.
Unfortunately,
Oh,
Greg and I
no.
forgot to discuss Editor Beatdown
That's
again.
exactly what I'm talking
That's what
about.
happens every week. We'll do
Yeah.
it next week sometime. I don't know.
Another
Alright.
epic fail.
We'll figure
Thursday's
it.
a rough day to do it because you can't do. I don't want to do it tomorrow. Nobody wants to play games with the smelly readers on a Friday. But in early parts of the week,
They
I
are
don't mind.
not smelly. Some
Just
of them are
you're
probably.
the one who smells. That's right.
Oh.
I'm just a little sweaty today. It's not that bad.
Yeah,
You've been beyond-
Oh, speaking of which, I'm going to call it Fact of the Day, which I read shortly before
Oh,
when I
God.
was gathering the news for the
This
week.
is hideous.
On MSN.com, found a little article that called out the sweatiest city in the United States,
Uh-huh.
which is apparently Phoenix.
Okay.
And the residents there, a single resident, on average, sweats 26.4 ounces of sweat per hour,
Oh, no way.
which is
Wow.
a good. It's more than 2 cans of soda of sweat per hour comes off of the bodies of people in Phoenix.
Which means that you are
Gross.
breathing in human sweat for
Yeah,
humidity.
Yeah, because you got to figure it would normally probably be 0% humidity in Phoenix. So if they say it's 30% humid there, 30% of the air is
It's
filled with humid sweat.
That's not cool.
That's so for all you people in Phoenix,
Oh.
I am
Grab
sorry.
AC, I'm sorry.
You know how
Don't
we had a
really
bunch.
smell?
We had
I don't think so.
I'm just giving you a hard time. It's okay. It's gonna
I'm
be
a little
okay.
worried now. I'm gonna go take a shower in our amazing little.
Anyways,
Nuzzle, nuzzle.
you know how we had a bunch of ninja questions today.
Yeah.
I heard on the Woody show today when I was listening, they were going through the news. Did you hear this at all? Anybody in the room? That
I stopped listening to it. I got
him before the news was actually read.
Okay, I just flip around a lot on the stations. This one I caught though, out on the East Coast. Some school got locked down, like they put up their threat level or whatever,
Yeah.
and did the lock-in or whatever. When a librarian called 911 because she saw a ninja running through the woods, and the police came out and found him, and it was some camp counselor on his way to another school for a costume party.
Dressed
And
as a ninja.
He was running late, so he took a shortcut through the woods, and she saw him and called it in. So there's
I
a
am
ninja
a
in the woods.
ninja. He is ninja.
That is totally rad.
That is insane.
Oh man.
I've seen ninja at our school.
Ninja in the woods.
They're trying to kill the children.
That's all right. I think we're pretty
We
much
can't
at the end of
top
the
that.
show.
Wow.
Do we have anything else?
No, I don't think so. You
That's
guys?
It's good.
I'm all set.
Back to Hellboy.
It's the end of the show. Yep, back to Hellboy for you. Back to searching for Hail to the Chimp for me.
Hell to the Chimp search.
Yeah. Who's got a song? Ryan's got it. Let's
got
hear it.
If you guys, feel free to chime in on this one. Everybody knows it.
Uh-oh.
This is in celebration of a game, and we've totally forgot to kind of celebrate this game's release, so I thought I would take it back a notch. You'll see.
Let's go.
Doom, 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 doom. Wah, 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 wah. Shh. What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill. I'm searching and I'll melt into you.
He's
I pointed
pointing
at
at me.
Greg. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you. Snake eater, In my time. Actually, I forgot the rest. I forgot how that part goes. So we're gonna end there.
Where was the Beyond reference in any of that? You didn't change
We
any
didn't
lyrics.
celebrate that game.
I've told you on multiple occasions I was singing songs, as they are now, because Greg does the modification of the lyrics.
I always hear Beyond references.
Epic
Good lord.
fail.
Just say Beyond or something.
Beyond.
There you go. All right. That's the end of the show. We'll see you guys next week for episode 50.
50. Somebody gets fired.
Somebody maybe gets fired. Who will die? Tune in to the season finale.
Oh, that ruined my song. It's all depressing now, and I'm trying to sing
No.
some
The next
Snake
season
Eater.
picks up the week after.
Oh, I see.
But yeah,
how that
season
works.
finale and next week podcast Beyond.
Beyond.
We'll see you next week.
Beyond.
But for you. I can't sing.